Acceptable. I'd be ensconced in velvet. So. Sorry.
I guess with what those guys brought just from production and from energy, was this kind of emblematic of everything that they brought to your program?
Yeah, it was the perfect night for our seniors to go out the way they did. And, I told them after the game, I'll never forget my senior night. It still burns me up inside. We got beat. I was 3 for 16 against Oklahoma, and it was a miserable night. And I still think about it. I went home and I kicked a lamp over and broke it, and it still lives with me. So to send these guys out like that was perfect, a perfect ending. It's sad. Emotional. That's Keisei Tominaga's last game in Pinnacle Bank Arena for everything that he's been through in the last 3 years and what he has meant to our program, and what Josiah has given us in a year is just absolutely remarkable. And it's just for Josiah setting the tone for us in those first couple possessions. Our guys, they were all over the place early in that game, and we just got out toughed in the game at Piscataway. And Kevin McHale was here at the game today. He's a mentor to me. I played under him. He was my coach, and I worked with him in the front office, and took a lot of things from him. And he said he wanted to come in and say a few words to our guys after the game, and that's all he talked about. It was just the effort and how much he loved watching us out there competing. And the first 5 minutes, everybody was down in the stance and not quitting on plays and all over the glass. And when you got a top 50 player, and Charles Barkley said he's the best player I ever played against, talking to the guys about effort and sacrifice and playing for the guy next to you, it's a pretty cool message. So it's just a fun night. Proud of them, and we'll get a good chance to get some off days this week with the bye week, and get ourselves prepared to put a game plan in, and hopefully finish this thing the right way next Sunday.
What did you see as the difference on the boards from in Piscataway to tonight?
Well, I thought we were offensive glass, especially. We were relentless. We were all over the place. That putback dunk by Jawan. But again, it started with Josiah early in that game. Bryce got in there, got a couple as well, and they still, got 19. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of offensive rebounds. But we battled with them. We got 14 of our own, and that's who they are. It's what they do. We talked about rebounding and taking care of the ball. Hell, we improved by 6. They got 25 when we played them in New Jersey. So, again, I thought the effort was exactly where it needed to be. They're so good. They play so hard. That Rutgers team, Steve Peichel's done a fantastic job with a lot of injuries that they've had. Mag is such a huge part of that team. And they guard you, man. They're all over you. So to find a way, and we just couldn't quite pull. We missed, I think, 4 out of 5 free throws, and then Keisei misses a point blank layup, and they just kind of hung right there. So if we would have finished plays, I think it could have been a better margin, but we got the win, and that's the important thing.
Coach, there's a sense of pride in finishing at home 18-1 this year, perfect in Big Ten play. Just talk about that.
Yeah, it is. And, to find a way, I think it was the most wins in the history of the program in a home building. And, find a way to go undefeated in an incredibly difficult league. Had an unbelievable win against the number 1 overall seed in Purdue. I thought our guys were really on point with everything that we did this season at home. Now, hopefully we get one more chance on the road. We go out and play well and give ourselves a chance next Sunday. But, it's fun to share this with the fans that made PBA what it is this year. I mean, they were so that crowd tonight was absolutely phenomenal. And to be able to share this with them, the perfect Big Ten record is awesome. And, I can't even express how thankful we are that this place has become one of the greatest venues in college basketball. And they were here through the tough times as well. So it's fun to be able to share with them a special season like we had this year at home.
You talked about the seniors in your intros some, but the Keisei 4-point play, was that kind of a fitting moment, just that specific play, and was that kind of the one you felt like gave you that oomph you needed, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, that play and getting to the free throw line as well, I thought he did a nice job of attacking, especially when we got into the bonus and creating contact. And, yeah, that 4-point play was enormous. And, we missed a couple before that I thought were right there, right on line, that he just barely missed. And, it's who Keisei is, man. He just finds a way to make huge plays, and, pressure does not bother him at all. And he's shown that time and time again in his time at Nebraska.
What did you like about your defensive performance today?
Again, the start, I love the start. I thought we went through a little bit of a lull there where we weren't finishing off possessions. But if we can get off to a start like that, again, that sets the tone, shows the other team you're coming, you're for real. And, I thought we sustained it pretty much, the entire game, like I said, with the exception of giving up a few too many offensive rebounds. But, yeah, it was a good effort overall. I thought defensively, I thought we contested well. Our contests were spirited and found a way. I think we held them to 8 in transition. They hurt us and exposed us on that earlier this year as well.
What did it mean to have Kevin in the building?
Yeah, it was really cool. Like I said, I mean, he's one of my favorite guys. I just love working with him. Just to sit, Kevin can talk now. I mean, I played for Larry Bird and Kevin McHale. I think I'm the only guy in the history that played for both those guys. And it was almost impossible to get a word out of Larry. I mean, it was like, when he said something, it mattered because he was a man of few words. But when he spoke, obviously with his pedigree, you were sitting there on pins and needles. With McHale, I mean, he would just sit there all day and talk to you and just talk about spacing and talk about the game. And he's I played golf with him earlier this year, and he just has a whole crowd around him, and he just loves telling stories about the old Celtics days. It's really fun and cool. He's a special human being, and to have Kevin here tonight, he wanted to come back and see this game. He'd heard a lot about PBA, and I'm thankful that Kevin came for this last one. It was great to see him.